Good morning to you. And again, welcome. I'm glad you're here. We are in this season of surprising light, of God showing up in unexpected times and places. And in this season, we're encouraged to acknowledge those moments of divine presence that surprise us, those moments of divine presence that take us outside of ourselves for at least a moment to acknowledge that something bigger than us is going on. We hear in our first reading Isaiah's words about being called, being named from before he was in the womb, and being called to be God's mouthpiece in the world. And not just to Israel and not just to Judah, but to all of the world. That's kind of a big thing. In an ancient world where it was really your local area that was your world, and then to be brought into this mindset that your words would be heard everywhere, beyond the world that you knew, beyond the time that you knew. And still several thousand years later, we're hearing those words. That light that comes to us in unexpected places continues to come to us in unexpected times and places in our own world. We see that as we see the hope of a group of Vietnamese Buddhist monks walking from Texas to Washington, D.C. in the Peace Walk, as communities are gathered around them and brought together in hope for peace, in hope for a better future, a better world, in which we can come together and make a difference. We hear that in Paul's words of accolades to the people in Corinth, giving thanks for them, encouraging them in their faith to be strong together as a community, not just called as each of them a saint of God, but called together as saints of God, to be a community that is strong, to be a community that comes together to make a difference in each other's lives and in the broader communities around them. We hear in this morning's gospel Jesus' simple words, "What are you looking for?" And it seems almost like John's disciples are thinking, maybe ask a simpler question. Where are you staying? And Jesus just says, come and see. And so they follow. And that new light, that unexpected presence of the divine fills them. And Andrew goes and finds his brother and says, we found the Messiah. All he said was, come and see. Apparently they saw. We are called to that same place of faith. Come and see. What are we looking for is the question that comes to our hearts. As we look around our world and see the need that surrounds us, what are we looking for? What can our faith bring to fruition in our world that will continue the seed of hope and love and light, that will continue to reveal God in unexpected times and places, like that group of monks, not Christians, and yet we find great faith, great hope, great love. God's presence surrounds us in all of the unexpected times and places of our world, in all of the unexpected people of our world. We find hope there. Eva heads back up to school today after visiting with us for about a month. It was lovely to have her here, and I don't want her to go home. We'll get to see her again for her birthday on February 1st, after the annual meeting. She won't be coming for that. part of the hope that we have, part of those unexpected encounters in my family, come through those encounters with our family members. Their stories as they encounter God in unexpected places in the world. Their stories of connection and hope. Their stories of how their faith impacts their lives. The stories that we hear in the scriptures are all about the lives of people who were changed by their faith. The lives of people who did amazing things in the world because they were called. The beauty is that each of us is called. Each of us is called to go out and make a difference in our world by living our faith, living that hope that is in us, giving an account of it by the way that we interact with others, by the way we talk about the world around us, by the ways that we hope and bring that hope into fruition. Our world struggles. Sometimes it is a dark place. But we are reassured each year around Christmas time that the light came into the darkness and the darkness did not overcome it. That light continues to shine in the darkness of our lives and world. And part of our joy, part of our calling, as Christ's hands and heart continuing to love God's presence into existence in our world, is to see that light and to help shine it by the ways that we live and hope and love. We come to this place to be nourished and find community because we are strong together. And then we are sent out from this place in that hope and love to change our world. One action at a time, one life at a time. As we reach out with God's light and love and hope and love in our world, other lives are changed. That light is kindled in others' hearts. We can see it reflected back to us in their eyes. My hope for my daughter, what I want right now, is for her safety, her flourishing, for her to live exuberantly, and to find her joy in a world where she is just starting to see how big the world can be. My hope for each of us isn't too far off from that. That each of us will embrace the life and the love that we have surrounding us and live it boldly in the world. And by that witness to God's light and love in our lives, to change the world just by our presence in it. As a community, we are strong. As individuals carrying that light out into the world, how many different directions? How many of us are there? That's how many directions God's light and love goes from this place. And so this second Sunday of Epiphany, as we are encouraged to seek and find those new callings, that new light that is shining in our lives and world, acknowledging those surprise moments of divine encounter, may we go out in hope. May we seek and find God's presence everywhere we go in this beautiful, sacred world. And as much as the world is hurting, may we seek to find light and life that we can spread. Each of you is a blessing. Each of you is called. Each of us is the light of Christ in our world. May we shine it brightly. Amen.